Hey, what's going on, everybody? We're here on our Monday night mess show. What's happening? Lex, how are you today?
Dude, this is a monster. That's a monster day, man. I got to tell you. But the greatest thing about doing this show is it's so much work that I have to be in communication with you clowns all the time. And today I was just waiting for a production text just so I could talk about my personal problems. I mean, you guys all remember that.
Yeah,
you're like, okay, who's on the show? What are we doing? I'm like, it's my ex-wife's birthday and I have to bake a cake. Ah! And everybody, and Pete was like, oh, great. I'm glad we brought that up because I'm building a deck. And it was like,
that's Pete,
it just turned into therapy, you know?
That's Pete right there, everybody, over like.
How's your deck, Pete?
It's good. It's like 70% there.
And this is a deck. This is a deck that you're building under a deck. So this is it a double deck?
Wait, so is it a double decker?
Oh, look, guys, there's the cake. So
That's a nice cake.
So yeah, I'm living with my ex-wife, and having a birthday during the coronavirus is a fucking drag for everybody. And I am, as the president of the Western Pennsylvania Breakfast Association, I'm widely regarded as this pancake and waffle guy. And so I got my knocked into the dirt today by assuming that a cake was just going to be like lots of pancakes together. And when this is over, I am going to go to every single bakery and be like, I talked shit about you in the 70s, 80s, 90s, and aughts about how baking was an unskilled profession. And so the baking gods hit me with the fucking baking, whatever it is, dildo. And it hurt so bad, guys, but I got it. You saw a picture of that cake, but no one should spell.
Do you know what? Side note: I know you're very into this cake thing right now.
Oh, sorry.
But I think you should have made a stack of pancakes and frosted it with cake frosting.
That would have been cool.
It just been done with it.
No, I don't think you understand the emotional pressure that I'm under.
I got you, but that's why you should have done it. That's why you just like drop the bomb on it.
I don't know. It wouldn't have been.
I'm gonna pull the pin. I'm gonna throw it. I'm gonna close my eyes and see what happens. Yeah, it's pancakes with frosting.
Pancakes good. I would eat that.
I would eat it too. But anyway, Pete, what do you got for us before we get on this Monday night mess performance?
I got nothing. I've been working on this deck all day.
Oh, so okay. That's it. So like a bunch of 2x4s. How you getting those? Did you wear gloves?
2x12s, 2x10s, 2x8s, 2x6s? Do you want to get?
I got them all. Actually, there's a little bit of everything.
Whatever.
I got this 4 concrete slabs that are at totally different levels that are all cracking, and decided to like pull it all together, level it all out, and so I built a deck.
Hey, honey.
I can't do shit otherwise. So.
Oh, hey. Look. Well, we got a quarter in the swill jar from you too, my friend.
Yeah.
Oh, hey.
Daddy's working, okay?
Let's get some chat going on here. So we had a couple of days off, which is why we're just picking up a little Monday night nonsense where we kind of BS through it here. We're working on some technical stuff. We're figuring that out. We are Alone Together Pittsburgh. We are here. We started this basically because everybody's locked and loaded, and we want to let everyone know that they are not alone out there, and we're all in this together. So we're kind of talking some stuff, some news of the day type things. As the full shows progress, if this is your first time tuning in, we'll have different performers on every night. We'll have different interviews. We're trying to talk to different people from all different walks of life because everybody's been affected by this and how. But mostly we're bringing on people who are helping, who are doing things that basically we want to get the word out that they might need your help to help other people. And how people are kind of rolling with the punches here, and how they're figuring out ways to do things. Like, for instance, a restaurant, which is no longer doing a restaurant, but has turned itself into a grocery store. These kinds of stories are out there. Lots of people are doing things, lots of delivery, lots of curbside. But for the weekend, Friday night, actually had on our, we ran some photographs of Washington, the observation overlook deck. Dave, do we have a picture of that picture? Yeah, look, okay. So here it is. We're in this kind of a quarantine period. We're in this period where everyone needs to stay home and stay away and not congregate and not be within a few feet of each other. we saw this photograph of a lot of people. They don't look like they're within six. They're keeping their physical distancing or social distancing. So that upset us. I also had a lot of conversations about friends seeing like 5-on-5 full court basketball games, or lots of kids on jungle gyms and slides, and like it was packed, like it was recess. And these are the reasons why why we can't have nice things, right? Because when you need to stay at home, you need to stay at home. That's why no one's working. That's why everybody's kind of laid off. So this article came out in the Post Gazette today. We got it from the city website as well beforehand, that they are closing all the observation decks at Mount Washington. They are also shutting down basketball courts, in addition to basically playgrounds, jungle gyms, and everything. There's caution tape around it.
And keep them out of here, please.
The one by my house is shut down as well. So basically, people saw it. The city saw it, and they had to step in. So these are the kind of things that they're trying to treat everyone like an adult. They're trying to tell everybody to be cool, but they're shutting it down. So in addition to saying you can't play basketball anymore, there's something else that was happening at the city parks, at the basketball courts, just to make sure, to let you know, they took down the hoops. So there is no more physical hoop on the basketball hoop. It is just a backboard now. So there's, and friends of mine said they saw people walking pissed off with basketballs leaving the parks. But if this is what it's going to take, it's only going to get harder. And just to let everybody know, the days of this just being a 2-week quarantine are pretty much done. Right before we came on today, I read an article. Virginia has now extended the shelter-in-place rule to June 10th. Okay, it's not April yet, but they have extended it to June 10th.
Wow.
Okay, so this is real. This is not going anywhere. So everyone needs to be cool. One other thing that we talked about a lot, Lex, was binge buying at grocery stores. Right? This is not necessary. We had several guests come on and say there is not a food shortage. It's a hoarding shortage. It pisses us off like Hulk Hogan punching a ghetto blaster. That's what it is. So basically, there is not a food. So if you're going to the store and they happen to have toilet paper, buy enough for you. You can buy toilet paper. You don't need 50 rolls of toilet paper. A lot of other people are trying to get it too. So the grocery stores are fine. I also saw, we don't have a photograph of it, but like the Whole Foods in East Liberty started doing the social distancing. There were one person in, one person out, and people were lined up outside the store with a 6-foot radius. So, but between them like that. So some people are taking this seriously, but it's a really hard time. Everyone just be cool, right? You know exactly what you're supposed to do. Please take it seriously and stay home. If you go out on the trails and you're jogging with a friend, don't jog next to your friend if there's other people on the trail. When the weather was nice, North Park was packed. Like you couldn't not bump into somebody. So let's just be real respectful of everybody and do that. What do you think, Lex?
Well, this reminds me of some of the things we had on last week in our Future Friends episode. And like that part of that was just people who are been in lockdown. Before we went on, you and I discussed the difference even between me and you. Mm-hmm. I told you that I interacted with people physically to go shopping on Thursday. So that means if you discount Thursday, today for me, not interacting with anybody is day 4. Mm-hmm. And you're on day.
This was Alexi when he went to the grocery store on Thursday.
Yeah.
And this is not a joke. He wore that mask.
No, dude, people were bummed out at me. And I also took all that stuff and put it in the laundry and I was naked in the alley next to my house.
We don't need all that. We don't need all that.
I was naked. I was Pat, and I was naked in the alley, and I was loving it because I was safe. But I'm gonna have to go out.
Were other people's eyes safe?
No, dude. The old lady across the street's blind. She's blind to the facts. Well, she took down her "Make America Great" sign because she wasn't getting deliveries.
And then what? Like, wait, but then you delivered.
I did.
Show
Yeah,
for her
a little
in the
shrunken,
back alley.
uncircumcised penis.
Okay. There's
Hey.
details that we need. It's a family show. So anyway, speaking of family shows, let's see this birthday cake again.
That's not bad. Little buttercream frosting.
So anyway, all right.
two layer cake.
This is just Alexi and I bantering here and having fun during this kind of.
This is Monday night. This is how we.
Monday night. This is loose, but
It's loose.
a couple of things to let you guys know as things progress here. What we do is on the show we have people on and we have a GoFundMe. We also have Venmo. And we try to raise money and we chop up the proceeds. Whatever we bring in, it goes to the artists and the people who are out of work, people who are working, if the people need help with something. For instance, last Friday, we had Dave Bracey from the Drinking Partners podcast, stand-up comedian, and Fresh Fest, started the show in our interview saying that he did not have a laptop and he had to run this thing off of his phone because he was broke. Someone watching chimed in and said, I will give you a Chromebook.
Brand new Chromebook.
So these are the kind of things that we're looking for on this show. We're not exactly Oprah, but we want to give people stuff. We want to try to help people out who are helping people. So another thing is we're looking for sponsors. If you want to sponsor us right now, you can.
You're looking for us
right there. Boom.
Bam.
Sponsor us. You can email us at I believe it's alonetogetherpgh@gmail.com, or you can hit us up on our website togetherpgh.com. If you or someone you know wants to sponsor us or has a question that you want to ask, although Alexi has already given the personal details of himself for tonight.
I just wanted to finish up. I wanted to finish up that bit, and I just want to say what we learned from Gabriella in just outside of Munich. It is now illegal, against the law, to go outside and meet up with anybody that you are not self-isolating with. And the police, this is all over Europe right now. If you are outside and you're jogging next to somebody, you have to be self-isolating with them. So there's no more meeting up with anybody in Europe. And so as we learned from Ricardo from New York City, he has that containment area right inside his apartment with the blue tape. He doesn't bring any of his clothes past that little containment area next to his front door. So what we're trying to do with the Future Friends episodes, which you can see on togetherpgh.com archived, so this taking down of basketball hoops and all that other stuff is just, it might seem weird to Pittsburgh, but that stuff's already happening. You got Italian mayors. I saw a video on YouTube of Italian mayors walking around and like going up to two guys playing ping pong on the beach and doing some real Italian mayor stuff.
So in the meantime, we are big fans of hammering the curve here. Instead of, flattening the curve, we want We want to hammer the curve. We want to bust it up. So please, if you're watching this, stay home. We'll give you an hour, a few days a week to give you something to do, local Pittsburgh stuff. We'll also have some national guests. We've got some exciting people coming up. But it's, speaking of hammering the curve.
Yeah, nice.
Well,
if you miss, it's so fast.
If you blink, it's already. That's how much it takes you to screw up this thing. But anyway, we basically what we're doing on Mondays is trying out different segments. You know what I mean? We try out some new material, out that kind of stuff. Work on some tech for it and everything. So, Alexi, you came up with a new concept, with a new a concept of like the tooth fairy.
Yeah. Well,
an idea. What was that? What was that idea? Tell me about it.
Well, I was, it's like a thing that people have been saying my whole life, and I'm sure your whole life and the lives of everybody since the invention of the telephone back in the medieval times, and which is call your mom. And so we thought, a lot of people are connecting with each other. There's more phone calls getting made. People are still texting, and there's all these Zoom meetings, and we have a video call-in show. So I thought I would introduce our new segment called Call Your Mom. And I thought tonight's would be a good night on Monday Night Mess to do one of our moms. And it felt to me to make the first Call Your Mom me calling my mom. So we're going to bring in my mother from Boston, Massachusetts. and we're going to have her on our first segment, Call Your Mom. And if you want to call your mom on this show, or if you feel like someone's not calling their mom, or something's going down and some mom stuff has to happen, we're going to do it on this show.
Absolutely, man. I mean, it's everybody's like families are isolated. Everybody's in isolation. This is a good idea. So I think you should run with it, Lex.
I'm going to run with it as soon as my mom comes on the screen. Like anytime it happens.
So right I will leave. I will leave. Oh,
hey, no, don't leave yet, Pat Jordan.
Okay.
Hey, Yate.
Yate shiaj.
Well, I'm glad that my mom just said that she was not walking around doing anything. So it's so nice to see you. You remember Pat from the wedding?
Of course, Patrick. Yeah, you look great, Patrick. And good job on this. You know, this is a really good thing. It cheers me up.
Oh, I'm glad. We're trying to help. That's what we're.
Yeah, and I can see, you know, just the stories you're telling. It's connecting and giving people information, and it's good. It's a good thing. And the technology works, you know. So hey.
Yeah, well, you know, we had some hiccups with your Android phone. We're gonna take Pat out.
Okay, bye, Pat.
Say goodbye to Pat.
Hi, Alexi.
Ah, you look great.
Oh, so do you.
That's an awesome sweater.
Oh yeah, on sale, $9.
Did you get it at Marshalls?
No. In the old days when you used to be able to go to stores.
$9. You look like an old sea captain.
BC, before COVID, when you could shop. Huh?
Yeah. So, so I broke up my Gaelic dictionary you gave me.
Oh, wow.
Well, it's been a long time, you know.
You know, Grace B said you did very well with speaking the Irish language. You called her up one day. She told me, she said, "Oh, Lexi called me, Marilyn, and I thought it was one of my old boyfriends." She said, "Oh, and wouldn't David be nice for my little Mary?"
Oh yeah, my older brother.
Yeah, and oh, you've brought them up right, and they know the language and you know, the old customs.
Well, she was quizzing me on the Bible too, and I was just like barely holding on. You know, this was God.
Well, you passed because she was like, "Oh, they know the old ways, and you know, the religion, and yeah, it was sweet.
Oh God,
that was so sweet.
Yeah, Grace.
A nice visit. Yeah.
You know how she learned Gaelic was they came to her house in Ireland and they were like, pick one of your kids to learn Gaelic and we'll give you money.
Right.
That was how they used to do it back then. And unreal. And then she also she was a baby, so she didn't even learn English. And so she was an airline stewardess.
Yeah.
And she had to memorize her lines in English, be like, we're going to be passing out the drinks now. And she had to learn those in English, like she would learn lines of a play.
Right.
And there she was, Grace Beath.
And she had her index cards. Yeah, she was on the phones, I think, for the airlines.
Oh,
so,
yeah.
Yeah. But they sent they would send people around to the house every year to test them to make sure.
Oh, they'd take the money away.
Yeah, it was, you know, so anyway.
Hey, but anyway, a lot of people watching don't know how cruel the Boston accent is. The cruelty of it is you are living in a place that anybody in the world, when they say it, they have no hope but to say it in a Boston accent. They make these words up to trick you. You live in Nahant.
Nahant.
I know. You can't even say that like a normal person. This is deeply funny, Mom, and I just want you to work with me.
Okay, go for it.
So talk about the whales.
Oh, golly. So, there's a person who keeps track. She's actually president of the association to keep the waters clean and safe for the animals and that live in the oceans and all that.
Wait, hold on, Mom. Hold on. I'm sorry to interrupt. I think your sweater and your microphone. Yeah.
Better?
Oh yeah. Just
Okay. Yeah. So anyway, she sent out an email and she said, "Look, we've got whales," and so I went down to the other side of the island, which took me 2 minutes walk. It's a very tiny island, and it's really beautiful. It's just almost deserted, and there's a very rocky shore, and it's just full of seabirds. And a friend of mine, my good friend, was there, Nancy, and she said, Marilyn, if you look left of Egg Rock is a big, huge rock formation very close to shore, and I could, for the first time in my life, I saw a whale. It made me so happy, and everybody was making everybody so like Buddhist kind and happy to each other. I mean, it was just this moment of real harmony, and the whale surfaced so many times. I could see it. It's a right whale. They're black, and I saw the black back of the whale, and you could see the fountain of seawater when it was sounding, and it was just joyous. And a whole pot of them have been here at least a week.
That's bananas, because there's only 50 right whales alive in the North Atlantic, and there's 6 of them outside your house.
Yeah.
That's crazy. That doesn't even make sense.
And the beauty part is that now that the news media has other things to cover, well, there were no helicopters, there were no reporters, there were no news teams. It was
just you and the whales, Ma.
Well, and a few other people.
Okay.
It was it really made up for a lot of other things. It just I don't know. It just seemed to make even the water birds in the ocean seemed to make them happy too.
So what's up?
What's
up with just give me the rundown real quick. How's Uncle Eddie?
Uncle Eddie's good. He's up in New Hampshire.
Smart guy.
Yeah, and he's
fired. He's fired, right? Everyone's fired.
Not fired. Sort of. They're in his business. It's like direct with the public, and
all right, laid off, whatever.
For a while, temporarily. Right. Yeah.
What about Dave? But,
Alexi, your uncle loves nature, so he's up with his friend. They're up there.
He's got like a little knife, and he'll go kill a bear and eat it. He's an animal. He's amazing.
Well, I'm reading Thoreau's journals of early entries on early spring over the years, and your uncle's doing the exact same thing. He's like taking these 5-hour walks in the forest around where he's living, the town forest up in the wilds of New Hampshire. He's trekking a bobcat he saw just for fun. It's lovely. And Dave's doing great. I think he's, holding down the fort there. They can't go really do their normal things, but
and the kids are okay.
Yeah, they're doing good. It's a big adjustment. I gave Isabel an art lesson on that was nice.
Like a remote video chat?
Just through Duo, like you and I do the
FaceTime thing.
Yeah.
Hey, Pat Jordan's coming back.
Yeah,
I'm not back for long. I just wanted to chime in here. I'm loving watching you guys have a talk, but I just wanted to ask a question to your mom, Alexi.
Okay, Pat.
What was it like raising this guy? What was he like?
No. Take me out.
Oh my God. Well, I mean, you'd have to break that down to a day at a time, right?
Absolutely.
One of my favorite things was when Alexi would wake me up, he would say, "Good morning, Mommy. It's a beautiful day, and I love you."
I'm hoping it was like last summer, but
yeah. And he would, he'd talk to people on the phone. He was just like 2 inches tall, and he would say, "Oh, how are you?" and how was your dog? You know,
I forget about that. That's awesome.
yeah, no, Alexi was sweet. Alexi was sweet.
He's still very sweet. Actually.
He's sweet. He's sweet. You know, I was single parent without a clue, and you know, just trying to make it up as I went along.
I understand. I mean, Alexi,
Yeah.
I just said because Alexi can be a handful, but I mean, I love him. I mean, I think he's a genius on many levels. But yeah, just amazing to see that he came from you. That this is amazing. You're like my cousin actually was texting me during this segment saying how awesome you were. My cousin Jackie's watching the show.
Oh,
and
that's
he was
sweet.
just like, Alexi's mom's fantastic.
Oh, well, I've had 70 years to polish my spirit. Do you know what I'm saying? I think I've made some improvements.
Absolutely.
Yeah, but no, you know, Lexi's always been a really great, loyal son.
Now this segment is Call Your Mom, right?
Yeah,
How many times in a week do you talk to Alexi? How often do you talk?
Well, I think we aim for like once a week, and we do this duo over the phone, and the last conversation I had with his daughter Annie, it was the best conversation. We were both saying what a great artist Alexi is. I was saying, you know, your dad's a great artist, and little Annie, who's 5, is saying, my dad is a great artist.
Okay.
And I said, yeah, I could see that when he was your age. You're also a great artist. And she said, how old was he when he went to art school? You know?
Too old.
But it's yeah, no, it's nice. It's nice. So and then we text, you know.
Oh,
that's
great.
No, Alexi's a good son.
Well, that's awesome.
So I went to the Navajo reservation and lived there and studied there. I worked with a linguist who was fluent in Navajo. So Alexi and I greet each other in Navajo. He had a Navajo friend in art school.
And how do you greet each other in Navajo?
Yate Shema.
Yeah, the Navajo
means hello, mother. It's the only code the Japanese couldn't break, Pat. Everyone should learn Navajo.
I've seen documentaries. I've seen movies made about it.
Yeah. So it's a very complex language to begin with. It's really complex. And
how many languages have you studied? How many languages? I heard some Gaelic.
Alexi studied Gaelic. I made no headway with Gaelic, but I like to sing along with.
It's wicked hard.
It's wicked hard. It's wicked hard. And Lexi, according to our Irish neighbor, did very well in it. So.
But she named me Alexi after the brothers Karamazov because, you know.
Alexei Karamazov was my favorite.
You read the Russian literature at a certain period of time in history, Pat Jordan, a certain period of time in history. I'm talking about the 60s. You know, I mean, look, a young Irish Catholic girl in Boston, repressed, beaten by the fucking nuns in a patriarchy. She reads that Russian literature. The next thing she knows, she's like, I'm not naming my kid Patrick or Eddie or Sully or Terry or Smitty. I'm naming him Alexi.
Not that there's anything wrong with the name Patrick. I'm going to go out there.
No, but like I went to school with like 100 Patricks. And they were like, your name's Alexi? What are you, messed up? I'm like, my mother gave me that name.
Do you remember the day you came home from Brookline School and you said to me, Mom, for the first time in my life, I'm really grateful you named me Alexi. Because today I met a girl.
Because I met a girl, right.
And her name was, remember?
Oh my God. No. Oh, wait, no, Mom, we have an agreement on the show after the other night. No names.
You can say this. Okay. This is from high school.
So
right?
this girl had a beautiful name. Interesting name.
No, they will look her up on Facebook. Do not do this.
I'm not going to say her name.
Is that the girl whose sister dated my brother?
No, not at all. No, she had
because they all hate me.
Oh, it's okay. So she had a really unusual name, and and then she asked you what your name was, and you said, "I am Alexi." Hey, okay. So, all right. Speaking of names,
Okay. Go ahead.
my middle name is your great grandmother's name.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And what is that?
Yeah. Oh no! Wouldn't you like to know? So this is something I don't tell everybody. I told a friend one time, I have an unusual middle name.
Mhm.
You'd laugh if I told you. And we were on a bus going down the Cape to see my parents. And she said, I would never laugh at that. So I told her. She laughed so hard, everybody in the bus turned around.
Mora.
That was Mora. But yeah, no, I like, I think about my father's mother a lot. She loved books, loved to read. She had a great sense of humor.
And she was hard as nails, Pat. Dude, when they wouldn't give Irish any jobs in Boston during the Depression, she ran an illegal hustle in the job line.
I never heard that.
Yeah, no. Grandpa told me the story. This is fuck you. This is true. Check this out.
Okay.
Hey, swear jar. So she would be on the line with Grandpa when he was a little kid. They would have a cup of hot broth, a newspaper, a suit jacket, and a hat. And they would say, are you going in to get a job? Because your cheeks look bad. You don't have any color. Rent the jacket, the newspaper, and the hat, and buy the soup broth.
No, I told.
James Sylvester. No, James Sylvester Morrissey told me this story. And so guys would take a shot of the hot broth, get color in their cheeks, go in with a hat and newspaper and a jacket, and nobody ever noticed that everybody in the line wore the same jacket and the same hat.
I doubt his mother had anything to do with it, but I suspect Dad had everything to do with it. He would come up with any kind of thing.
All right, I got two things here. All right. One,
no Gina Mungo. No Gina Mungo.
I was going to talk about something here. We're talking about middle names.
Okay, good.
Okay.
Oh yeah, what's the middle name?
Wait. What's my middle name is what you might not know.
I don't know.
My middle name is Patrick.
What? Oh, you named after your dad, George.
I am George Patrick Jordan the fourth.
What?
In a row of George Patrick Jordans. My father's father before him. I am the fourth in a row of George Patricks.
Quattro.
I am Quattro.
I'm feeling a nickname coming
out.
Hey,
whatever you want to do, man. Just want to put that out there, and I dropped that. And as we find down, we've got a couple of questions for you for Alexi on Ballman. My cousin Jackie, who's watching the show, he wants to know, what is your favorite childhood memory of Alexi? Doesn't have to be the number one.
Don't tell him about the FBI. Don't say the FBI story.
Your favorite childhood memory. If you don't want to go there, we can swap this out because we have.
Are you asking me, Patrick?
I'm asking you what your favorite. This was a question from the audience.
I can't believe I came up with this bit.
Okay.
Well, it was something. It was something I think I was telling Annie, because I tried to teach Annie how to make, Alexi's daughter, how to make her own artist book from her own story, and encourage her that she had the capabilities to do that. And I think I was telling Annie this story that when Alexi was her age, or probably younger, we both had a little ball of clay about that big, and I made a pinch pot, and Alexi made an entire village of elves with little curled up boots. They had scarves that were folded over. They had hats with little tiny, balls on the end. There was a campfire, and there were presents, and they were all wrapped in wrapping. And this was out of the same, about this much clay. And I was like, holy moly.
He went.
Isn't that neat?
That is great. That is a good one. All right. And there's one other question, and then we'll let you go.
Okay.
Unless you want to hang, because you're more than welcome to stay here all night. But we have a question from Gina. Why does Alexi's mom look younger than Alexi?
I can answer.
Because I don't have
answer.
a beard.
My mom is my mom, because in the Morrissey family, the magic is matrilineal, and I don't have access to the fairy circle that she does, which draws the energy from Mother Earth. I just thought I would just say that to Gina with the last name
Jeannie,
Mungo.
oh, Gina, that's sweet, but I think you caught me at a good moment. I probably look younger when I'm happier, and Lexi's program here with Patrick has made me very happy. It's a very nice thing
Thanks,
to
Mom.
do. Yeah, it cheers me up. I got I'm all alone here on this little rock of an island. It's a square mile out in the Atlantic, and my brother's up in New Hampshire, and we can't really, go out except see the whales, so forth, and listen to the birds. So I've got Lexi in my living room here, and Patrick, and I feel very happy.
Well, listen, you ride it out, and we're gonna let you go because we got shit to do. Okay. But I'll FaceTime with you with the kids tomorrow. They want to talk to you, and
this was really nice. Thanks.
Yeah, thanks for coming on.
I enjoyed it. Good on you. Okay, hakon shahiha. Yeah, bye.
I wish I could say any of those things. That was adorable.
That's my mom. I was actually really unprepared for how this bit would go. I think this is a really good lesson for all the creative people out there, which is the balance between material possibility and ideology. Like the idea is so good and the material possibility was so much better than the idea that I actually was just like catching my breath, because I can't wait till it's somebody else and their mother, and I can just kick back and kind of shots fired.
I'll tell you right now, your mom had your back tonight, just so you know. And I think that honestly, you should call her more often.
Yeah, I think what we need to do is right from this heartwarming stuff,
go to the band list.
I think we need to tell our audience about some negative stuff that the show finally got its first negative, real serious negativity. And I think, we have some banned guests. We have some people who are never coming on the show.
It's not so much negative. It's just like, you know what? You're banned.
Yeah, but the thing is, like, we put it out there in good faith. We never said why. We just said, hey, you're banned. But you know what? There's some people on the internet who do like the Google alert, like celebrities do Google alerts so they see where they're being used. And we thought, since we are so small and under the radar in a small town that a lot of people don't know of, we didn't think that we would get on the radar of the actor Steven Seagal when we banned him from our show. And what we didn't know is that Steven Seagal, we thought, okay, this guy's a big tough guy, and but you know what? We found out that
you're talking we. I didn't want to ban Steven Seagal. I still don't. It was a vote 3-1 vote majority here. I was outvoted. I know Steven Seagal's had a life lately, Lex. I mean, he's done things in the last couple of decades that I probably don't agree with. I don't think they're cool.
What do you mean, like getting Russian citizenship?
Look,
are you talking about Mill?
That's neither here nor there. Have you seen Hard to Kill? Have you seen Above the Law? Have you seen the man's movies they're preceded by an is. You could have Steven Seagal is Hard to Kill. Steven Seagal is marked for death. Steven Seagal is out for justice. It's just, these are the things that were magic about this guy in the late 80s, early 90s. You can't beat it. When he this birthday game. You guys decided to ban Steven Seagal. I was hoping we could have the show. I'll tell you what, it's Steven Seagal. I have no respect for him. He could probably still pick me up. I've heard people's stories. I'm sure he could. All respect for him. Come on, Steven Seagal, and let's talk about why you were banned. And I think that you won't be banned afterwards if you want to.
Oh, okay. Well, listen, I'm not saying I'm against your feedback, and I'm sorry that this happened, without, but you can agree. Wait, whoa. you can agree that in the early days of the show, it was anarchy. And right now, what we have is more of an anarchist collective where we make decisions together. And this Steven Seagal thing came to bite us in the ass when it originally happened in the beginning. Can I just get you to agree to that part?
Look, Steven Seagal wasn't out for justice.
Yeah, but Steven Seagal is now in isolation and depressed that he's banned for our show, and like he's fucking sending us like this weird vibes. He doesn't even have it. He doesn't even have it together to send us a real cease and desist letter.
All right, I'll tell you what right now. Okay, so we have a list of people. If you go to our website,
let's bring Dave and Pete on.
Have them on. Come on in. All right,
let's just decide right now.
We can decide right now. If you guys want to come on. While you're waiting for you to come on, I'm just going to say, because Pete's probably building another deck or something. He's a triple decker. I'm just saying that in order to, okay, we're talking about people who are banned. Pete, did you change your clothes?
No, I didn't.
Are you drunk?
No, I'm Googling Steven Seagal and all this.
Okay,
where's Dave? Where's Dave?
This is Monday Night Mess. We're wrapping it up right now. The show's going to be ending here momentarily. But I'm just saying, as far as things are go, I'm going to put this out to you guys at home before we come back for our 7 o'clock Wednesday show, which is packed with amazing talent and entertainment, which is not just me and Alexi talking about Steven Seagal and the fact that Out for Justice is an underrated masterpiece, but or Marked for Death when he goes to Jamaica. Anyway, I don't want to get into this right now.
No, we just have to.
What other people? What if the audience at home? If there are people that you think we should ban from this show, why? Right now in purgatory, Martin Short. Thinking about banning Martin Short.
Well, the first person we banned was Claude Atkins. Okay, and so nobody disagreed with that, and it wasn't until we got to Steven's.
It's right there. There he is.
What is the plot of Out for Justice? Just because I haven't seen it.
Oh, okay. Well, he was this Green Beret, right? And he came back to the old neighborhood and he was working as a cop. He went to Vietnam and did his thing, and then he came back and all his buddies, one of his best friends from growing up had been this arch dickhead. He's become this horrible bad guy, drugs, everything else, and he was breaking all the mob rules, right? He was whacking made guys. He was doing all these things. He was killing people in front of their kids in broad daylight. Why is John Cusack on here?
Is John Cusack banned?
No,
he's
not
yet.
Cusack, for Christ's sake. He's a kickboxer, for God's sake.
Is he? Did we ban him? I don't think we banned John Cusack.
You can't ban John Cusack.
I am so out of the loop on our own shit.
You cannot ban John Cusack.
No, I don't think we should.
Like, he's a kickboxer too.
So who's putting John Cusack up? Is this Dave?
Dave wants us to ban John Cusack.
Dave's got a beef. If Dave's got a beef, I've got Dave's back.
I'm telling you right
Dave,
now.
Dave, can you hear us?
Dave,
okay.
What's next? Are you going to try to ban Betty White?
No.
Oh, you can't hear us, tech guy?
Oh man, Dave Mansueto, the pixel pooper.
He's gone. What happened, Dave?
Okay, look, guys.
Dave, I got Dave in my right ear.
Wrap
Dave?
up Monday Night Mess right now. We got a bit of a late start. We're going to hope to start at 7 o'clock on Tuesday. Is there anything that
Wednesday
too? We'll take Tuesday off. Did I leave anything out, boss?
I don't think so.
No,
do you want to talk about the other band guests? If you want, we can get into that.
Okay, well, so this guy Conan O'Brien.
Oh, dude, F him. F that guy.
I don't know about him.
No, he is aggressively unfunny.
I disagree.
Jimmy Fallon, same. I don't like him at all. I don't like David Letterman, Jimmy Fallon, Conan O'Brien.
I don't like him either.
Yeah.
Well, we're at it. Johnny Clark.
I'll tell you what, guys. I'll tell you what, fellas. You know what I don't like? I'll tell you what is all these dominant culture assholes. Nay, nah. Okay, I like that one guy.
Isn't Conan from Boston too?
Dude,
I actually
file that under who gives a shit.
And that one is the first time you don't need to put anything in the swear jar.
Dude, okay? I'm telling you, man.
That was in context. That was right. That was okay.
The only reason I'm from Boston is because my grandfather had sex with my grandmother, and they're from Boston. It's not like I'm from Boston, like because I thought it was cool and I chose it.
From Game of Thrones.
Is he banned? What's going on now?
Probably don't know his name, but he probably should be banned for those commercials he was doing where he was like a wizard for the travel website.
We gotta have Gina Mungo on a Monday Night Mess.
Conan on there.
What?
We were banning Conan.
Yeah, we are.
Well,
we have.
Welcome to the show, Dave. We were talking about that.
I put Conan up.
No, that's not Conan. That's some other dude.
He grew a beard. He's doing a podcast now. He's got a new look.
All gingers.
That's what they all do. They just grow a beard. They go off the air, grow up. David Letterman, big. It's like a thing. Everybody does it.
Did you see that David Letterman was at the big? David Letterman just went viral with this piano. He was like, stay the fuck home playing piano. Did you see that? It was everywhere. You guys sent that to me.
I did.
Guys, before we yell anymore, I'm going to say 2 more comments that came in from the web before we wrap this up. Gina Mungo says, is this a show about beards yelling? And I got to tell you, that is a clever ass comment. If you
I'm telling you, dude, she's bent. Gina Mungo. Either we have her on the show. Okay, bring Dave back. We either have Gina on the show or we ban her. That is such a Gina Mungo thing to say, by the way.
We're bringing her on. We're bringing her on.
Banning Gina Mungo. She's going to co-host this thing with
us. She's a very talented DJ.
There he is. How can you ban that man?
Look at his skin. It looks like his liver has 26 minutes left of function. Look at that. Like, if a doctor saw him, he would be like, stop doing heroin.
It's 10 o'clock in your file.
Well, I guess we got to wrap it up, folks.
Did you hear that?
It's time to wrap it up.
Okay, we got to wrap it up.
That's the sign. Hey, anyway, thank you for joining us. AloneTogetherPGH.com or just TogetherPGH.com. Alone Together Pittsburgh. We're Alone Together streaming. We're just trying to figure this out as we go. Come check us out. If you want to sponsor us, you want to help us out, please do it. If not, just watch. And also, if you have the opportunity, go to YouTube and just like our subscribe to our channel, because we had to get to 100 likes on YouTube to open up the streaming possibilities.
1,000 subscribers.
I said 1,000, didn't I?
I thought we were going out with a song by Mansueto.
No, not tonight.
That's just during the regular time. All right, man, I gotta go, guys.
You gotta tune in for the real stuff. Lexi's gotta go. Bye, guys.